When does investment income finally beat your day job? You dream about the day your investments make more money than your job. You wake up, check your portfolio, and realize you don't need to work anymore. But here's the question nobody answers honestly. How much do you actually need invested before that happens? And how long does it realistically take? Today, I'm breaking down the exact numbers and timeline for when investment income finally beats your day job. Picture this. You make $60,000 a year at your job. You invest consistently for years. One day, your portfolio generates $60,000 in returns without you lifting a finger. That's the crossover point. That's financial independence. But here's what most people don't realize. If you make $60,000 and follow the 4% rule, you need $1.5 million invested to replace your income. That's 25 times your annual expenses. For most people, that takes 15 to 25 years of aggressive saving and investing. Here's how investment income actually works. There are two types, dividends and capital gains. Dividends are cash payments from companies, typically 2 to 4% of your investment annually. Capital gains are when your stocks go up in value. The stock market historically returns about 10% per year on average. About 2% comes from dividends, 8% from price appreciation. So if you have $100,000 invested, you might get $2,000 in dividends and $8,000 in unrealized gains for $10,000 total annual return. But here's the catch. Only the $2,000 in dividends is actual cash you can spend without selling anything. The $8,000 in price appreciation is just your portfolio value going up. It's not spendable income unless you sell shares. This is why the 4% rule exists. It says you can safely withdraw 4% of your portfolio value each year, which covers dividends plus selling a small amount of appreciated shares, and your portfolio should still last 30 years. Let's run real numbers. You make $50,000 a year after taxes. You want your investments to replace that income. Using the 4% rule, you need $1.25 million invested. At that point, 4% of $1.25 million equals $50,000 per year. That's your crossover point. But how long does it take to get there? If you save $1,000 a month starting at age 25 with 8% average returns, you hit $1.25 million at age 55. That's 30 years. But here's what changes the timeline dramatically: your savings rate. If you can save $2,000 a month instead of $1,000, you hit $1.25 million at age 48 instead of 55. You just cut 7 years off by doubling your savings rate. This is why people obsessed with early retirement focus on savings rate above everything else. The more you save, the faster you reach the crossover point. It's not about making more money, it's about saving more of what you make. Here's the math most people miss. When your portfolio is small, your job income is way higher than investment income. At $50,000 portfolio value earning 8%, that's $4,000 a year. Your job is still making you $50,000. Investment income is only 8% of your total income. But as your portfolio grows, investment income catches up. At $200,000 invested, you're making $16,000 from investments. At $500,000, you're making $40,000. At $750,000, investment income equals your job income. Past that point, investments win. Now let's talk about the acceleration phase. This is when investing gets exciting. In the early years, you might contribute $12,000 annually and your portfolio returns $2,000. Your contributions matter way more than returns. But later, at $500,000 invested, you contribute $12,000, but returns give you $40,000. Your investments are now adding more to your wealth than your contributions. This is when compound growth takes over and wealth builds exponentially. Here's a real example timeline. Starting at age 25, making $60,000, saving 20%, which is $1,000 a month. Age 30, you have $74,000 invested, generating $5,900 annually. Age 35, you have $183,000 invested, generating $14,600 annually. Age 40, you have $340,000 invested, generating $27,200 annually. Age 45, you have $575,000 invested, generating $46,000 annually. Age 49, you have $833,000 invested, generating $66,600 annually.
Your investment income just beat your $60,000 job income. That's 24 years of consistent investing. But here's what people don't account for: taxes. If your investment income is $60,000 from a taxable account, you'll pay capital gains tax. At 15% long-term capital gains rate, you net $51,000. Meanwhile, your job income of $60,000 also gets taxed. After payroll taxes and income taxes, you probably take home $48,000. So investment income actually beats job income sooner than you think from a take-home perspective, because it's taxed more favorably. Now let's talk about what happens during market crashes. You've built up $800,000 and you're generating $64,000 annually. Then the market crashes 30%. Your portfolio drops to $560,000. Your returns drop to $44,800. You just lost $19,200 in annual income overnight. This is why people don't retire the moment investment income equals job income. They build a buffer. They wait until investment income is 1.5 times or 2 times their needed income to handle market volatility. Here's where most people get the strategy wrong. They focus on building a big portfolio first, then living off it later. But you can start generating meaningful investment income way earlier by optimizing for dividends. If you build a portfolio of high dividend stocks and REITs paying 4 to 6% yields, that's $10,000 annual income. It's not enough to live on, but it covers a car payment or helps with rent. Let me show you the difference between accumulation phase and income phase. During accumulation, age 25 to 50, you maximize growth. You invest in total market index funds returning 10% annually with low dividends. You reinvest everything. You're building the biggest portfolio possible. Then, at age 50, you switch to income phase. You shift some money into dividend-paying stocks, bonds, and REITs. You optimize for cash flow instead of total return. Your growth slows, but your spendable income increases. Here's the harsh reality about when investment income beats your job. For most people, making $50,000 to $80,000 and saving 15 to 20% of income, it takes 20 to 30 years. That's not sexy. That's not a get-rich-quick scheme, but it's the truth. The FIRE movement people who retire at 35 are either making $200,000 plus and saving 60%, or they're living on $25,000 a year. Normal people with normal incomes and normal expenses are looking at 25 years minimum. But here's the good news. You don't need investment income to fully replace your job income to benefit. Once investment income covers 25% of your expenses, you can go part-time. Once it covers 50%, you can take a lower-paying job you actually enjoy. Once it covers 75%, you can work seasonally or freelance. You don't have to wait for 100% replacement. Partial financial independence gives you massive life flexibility. Here's what accelerates the timeline. Income increases. If you make $60,000 today, but $100,000 in 10 years, and you invest all raises instead of inflating lifestyle, you hit your number way faster. Windfalls, inheritance, bonuses, tax refunds, all invested. Side income, freelancing an extra $500 a month, invested adds years of progress. Geographic arbitrage. If you need $50,000 to live in California but only $30,000 in Portugal, your crossover point drops from $1.25 million to $750,000. Now let's talk about the psychological shift that happens at crossover. When investment income finally exceeds job income, you realize your job is optional. That changes everything. You negotiate harder because you can walk away. You take more risks because you have a safety net. You stop tolerating bad bosses and toxic workplaces. The crossover point isn't about retiring, it's about having options, and options are worth more than money. Here's the strategy I recommend. Track 2 numbers, your portfolio value and your investment income. Every quarter, calculate what 4% of your portfolio would give you annually. When that number hits 50% of your expenses, you're halfway to financial independence. At 75%, you're close. At 100%, you've made it. But keep working if you enjoy it. Let your portfolio grow past your crossover point. Build a buffer for market crashes and unexpected expenses. Now let's address the people who want to beat their job faster. There are only 3 levers. Earn more and invest the difference. Cut expenses so you need less income to replace. Get higher investment returns through concentration or leverage. The first two are reliable. The third is risky. Most people who try to accelerate through risky investments end up setting themselves back years. Slow and steady beats trying to get lucky. Here's the bottom line. For someone making $60,000, saving $1,000 a month, investing in index funds at 8% average returns, investment income beats job income in about 24 years. Start at 25, reach crossover at 49. Start at 30, reach it at 54. Start at 35, reach it at 59. Every year you delay costs you a year on the back end. The math is simple, but unforgiving. Time in the market is everything. The earlier you start, the sooner investment income beats your day job and you achieve financial independence.